Joining me now is our political editor, Andrew Clennell. Andrew, I guess today, for the yes side in particular, is a chance to pivot. It goes from the sort of the phony war, if I can hark back to the Second World War, to the real thing, but also a chance for, I guess, a bit more higher-minded rhetoric and some of the pictures coming out of the yes side to try to elevate the debate a bit.
Yes, any truth to the rumour the No campaigners cut short their press conference to come and watch Afternoon Agenda, Tom? The Prime Minister Anthony Albanese revealed this morning what we've all suspected for some time. The referendum to change the Constitution to enshrine an Indigenous voice to Parliament will be held on October 14. As you can see on that ticker there, that's 45 days' time.
The idea for a voice came from the people and it will be decided by the people. Today I announce that referendum day will be the 14th of October. Now, referendums come around much less often than elections. This will be the first one this century, and they're very different because on October 14th, you are not being asked to vote for a political party or for a person. You're being asked to vote for an idea, to say yes to an idea whose time has come. My fellow Australians, what Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people want for their children is what you want for yours. Staying healthy, doing well at school, finding a job they love, being safe and leading fulfilling lives. That's what they are asking you to say yes to at this referendum. The same opportunity for their children to make a good life for themselves.
But with the polls favouring the no vote, the PM also made an impassioned plea, asking voters not to, quote, close the door on constitutional recognition, unquote, of Aboriginal people.
Voting no leads nowhere. It means nothing changes. Voting no closes the door on this opportunity to move forward. I say today, don't close the door on constitutional recognition. Don't close the door on listening to communities to get better results. Don't close the door on an idea that came from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people themselves. And don't close the door on the next generation of Indigenous Australians. Vote yes. Thank you. This referendum can be won. And when yes wins, all Australians will win. So in a spirit of generosity and optimism, vote yes. In recognition of 65,000 years of history, vote yes. With hope for a better future, vote yes.
All right, to win this referendum, they need 4 of 6 states and more than 50% of the vote nationally. And if you accept Queensland and Western Australia are gone, in Western Australia's case, after unpopular Aboriginal cultural heritage laws were introduced and then dumped by the state government, it becomes pretty clear why the launch was held in South Australia today. The PM spoke in the couple of years on the way to his 2022 election victory about kicking with the wind in the last quarter. On this occasion, he needs a 3 to 4 goal breeze. Perhaps the most effective message of that launch came from South Australian Premier Peter Malinauskas at the end of it, when he said the voice was important, but he downplayed its effect on the average Australian.
If our forefathers and mothers can say yes to universal franchise, if our great-grandparents can say yes to waves of migration, if our grandparents can say yes in 1967, if our parents can say yes to land rights, then this generation is capable of saying yes to an advisory committee.
And when you put it that way, it is a very expensive vote for an advisory committee. I first put to the PM he could lose this at the Lodge in January. But if you put this up and it fails, doesn't that set back reconciliation? I mean, it's a pivotal... I mean, it would also weaken your Prime Ministership, surely.
It's not about me.
But it would. People are concerned that if it fails, it will set back the cause of reconciliation. What do you think?
Well, quite clearly, if it is not successful, then that will be difficult.
And I put to him earlier this month, why wouldn't he look to legislate a voice if the referendum went down and it's so important? If you fail, this could actually be the reason, because people go, well, I don't mind the sound of a voice, but shouldn't we see how it goes first? If you put in the Constitution as permanent, that's it. No. You know, if the wrong people get on it, we've still got it.
No, what's permanent is that there's a body. The composition is subject to the Parliament.
OK, and a short time ago, you saw the reaction of leading No campaigner Warren Mundine.
And it's all Albo. He's the one who started this. He's the one who's brought it out. And if he thinks that the voice is the answer to fixing everything, this magic wand, then he's not answering the real question. I'm very angry about this because I and my family grew up under the segregation laws in the 1950s and 60s. We know what it was like. And this is what they're going. We fought for equality. We fought to be treated the same as every other Australian. And I will swear on my mother and father's grave that I will fight this.
Certainly unleashing some passion on the no side there, Andrew. We'll check in through the afternoon on that yes-no debate.